Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us and all their terrible grandeur. So it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all, that may displease them, must be addressed post-haste. When addressing it, we shall. Here at Bestway's Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. You have produced many amenities you understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with food stuff? Meet me at the caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notation of interest rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more about the Laportis and this vessel. So do I go down to the... No. Ah! Boink. Ow. There we go. Whoa! Oh, this is off. Whoa. This is a... this is a cafeteria. Why is there fate in here, though? Scrapping the scrappers. Or is that below us? Ow. Taste of the moon. Why are there enemies here? Excuse me? Well, that's unexpected. Oh my god, they have the Final Fantasy IV battle thing going. I was not expecting that song to show up all of a sudden. They really are planting that homage of Final Fantasy IV in this game, in this expansion. They're really nailing it into the coffins, or at least into our heads. Like they're really letting us know, yeah, this is all Final Fantasy IV. It's like if you didn't think it was about Final Fantasy IV, it is. Doesn't let you know. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be saboteurs. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking way. Please the weak we are. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error. After many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests can or I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we receive. Why, I'm practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full of bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. The only problem is... yeah, you're gonna have to, I'm afraid, shrink this all down a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna have to shrink all this down. What we got over here? You open the store unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Vibrant yellow? Well, to speak of the carrot, the yellow variant is unusually light and springy. Qualities, together with its excessive length and girth, would lead anyone to question whether it is indeed a carrot. Yes. And I have to eat them. Second of all, you would like to take them. For now, due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask whether it is safe to eat first. Okay. So did you get his power? Obscenely. Ah yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Again, I'm eager to hear what you think. We're gonna eat this. You snap off a piece of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence reaches within you. Certainly that you are the center of the universe, and all that creation is a story, and you the star, beloved and perfect and special. A god worthy of worship and prayer, or at least second roll. Should the dice treat you poorly. Lucky carrot. Suddenly feel as though the wheel is spinning in your favor. Huh. So, it's a lucky carrot. Did you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted. Yes. The lucky carrot is, well, be honest, I'm not quite sure how it was first made. A happy accident, you might say, but as the name suggests, after eating one, you'll feel blessed with good fortune. There are plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, green carrots to help you sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. What if I don't? What happens if someone doesn't like carrot? Not if you don't like carrots. Oh, you must mean you don't like served in this fashion. Worry not. We have primitive versions on hand if you haven't the time to chew. I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else. No one thought about this. You see. Let me ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on interest? Sure, you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are. But, well, it is only quite recently that we've established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first. So imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instruction. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming, and if it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. So we decided rather to divide our resources to prepare middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to donate our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. Oh, very good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boil, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare to cook carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency. What's more efficient than sticking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? I mean, they're bunnies. They're all rabbits, so it's like a rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Wang, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Wang isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue, you know? That otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary, that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, conjunctions, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Hey. No, not really, but that does explain a great deal. Wherefore does the king deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us do. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. Not bad. You're probably right. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna for me as well, you would better to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is not but carrots on the menu. Okay. Guess we're gonna just eat carrots for the rest of our existence. I mean, what else can we do with our lives? I think we had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is short of impressed, right? Clothes! Clothing. Hey, it's the doll things. Caretaker. Kind of look like the doll, like the enemies from FF11. Yeah, 11. That music, though. There's actually flowers up here. Here we are. The Imperial Production Station. Chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task. Creation magics. Idolate in our infinite wisdom blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic our people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them. I will regale you with details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone is not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with extra viz we needed. Aye, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recondation. You will also be impressed to hear where we've read all about your habit of changing Atari to match your current profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume, this has also been taken into account with our designs. I won't take my word for it. You can simply try on our clothes. Make yourselves known to the workers, and they will see to the rest. My God. We're just... Oh. We're just doing this, aren't we? We're just... We have to go up, okay? It makes me wonder now, what happens if we ran into a fate all of a sudden? Retris Vapor. Oh, it's you. One of the visitors from... Goodness me. Mappingway wasn't kidding. You are barely taller than we are. Oh, right. You're here to try on a set of clothes, right? Yes? What would you have the fashion do today? Body's my bloodlust, something simple, fashionable, or refined and humble. How about something fashionable? Fashionable. Right. This will only take a moment. What in the world? Well, there we go. Perfect fit. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion. I don't know fashion on anything. But I read no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you could start a new trend. Would you look at that? Speechless in there, I thought I liked it. Why not speak with my fellow artists? Sure, they'll be happy to oblige. Let's continue wearing these garments in order to progress. It would change my... Oh boy. Why do I get the feeling that all three... Yeah. All three of the, all three choices would have just ended up giving me the same item. The same outfit. Ah, no one said you'd be coming. How could I help you? Wish to try my clothes? Really? Of course, it would be my honor. You know what surprised me? I think I can handle that. Let's see. Oh. Wait. Some of my best work. Wait. I put closing before. Fragrance. All the carrots? It's the same outfit, different color. Worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is even worse. I like the mask. I will say that much. The mask is okay. But can we? Oh. Mm. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error. But I know quality work when I see it. Shh. You needn't speak. I can see your admiration for the moon and we operates in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Sorry to have keep you waiting. Where'd you get that outfit? It says that we sample all of the concepts. Here we return. Barely. It's an ensemble most becoming. We're all... Oh. Yeah. I think it's past time we just turned these clothes. Yeah. I'd like my normal clothes back, thank you. I would like my, I would love to have my normal clothes back, thank you. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whenever are we gonna... Wrong, the Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. Do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes sessions, but... Somebody get... Everything is different, though, from back then. Hard yourselves. Should we resort to evacuating the people in? They will most certainly have need of your party. There, you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we're not quite so human. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose clothes may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preference. Okay. I fear we underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tone we received, I doubt we could have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you service trying to shower you with our baubles and fripplets, thinking for your benefit. You'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? No, not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heideling's love for Ithris, and the salvation of the people in that star. And that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Livingly, might we have leave to explore Pespero's unattended? You have given us much to think about. Certainly. Until later. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. What? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Mm-hmm. Speak with the fidgeting one. Alright. Hey. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Ithris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited for Ithris, but now I'm worried. What if the people have refused to come? What if we can't save them? There, we made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, we still haven't visited the domiciles. If you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. Hmm? It's like, it's all, the thing is, this is all designed. It's sad because it's all designed based off the fact that they designed everything based off the original rules of the world, not the new version that's been created. This is all designed for the ancients pretty much, but not for the, not for us, because I'm afraid they weren't given the books or anything. They're here. They're really here. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Ronald Stoppable, huh? Frankie, even your names are amazing. Well, Ronald, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Ready in the teleporter.
Hmm. What?
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Did you just send us to the bathroom or something crazy?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. do you and your friends by any chance find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
It would be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request.
The first thing is,
our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
the only problem is convincing people to actually get on this thing and go.
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Because the hard part will be convincing people of this.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
He's always been
You
careful with his
understand
words.
that in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again.
But what was his answer? That's the question. We don't know what his answer was. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promised to be more careful from now on. Its residential quarters are being closed now. I rewrite the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it though. You would really liked it. It's like I've already said it. It's like, it's amazing. But it's just, it's all designed for the, pretty much, Amarats. Instead of like, for our races. You can now travel between upper and lower floors. Okay. By the way, there's side quests everywhere all of a sudden. All's well that ends well. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this and that, or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people on Enix wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place. They'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you on the east end of the barrel. Side quests. Yeah. Good, you're here. Through this door is greatest Endsville. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people in it enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll into the fountain? What in the world is happening here? Alright, let's do this. Da-da. My God. Okay. Retrieving data. Oh. So, wait. So fates aren't shared here? Hey, it's the pots. They're from 11 too. Okay, I have to. Oh, it's called a cleaner. Ow. Sorry, I had to. So what do you think of the forest? Isn't it possibly pleasant? Simply the sublime? I don't see any. Wait, give me these. Made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen Oh no! Never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living. There's circulation system. This place produces air as clean as you'd find in a forest or the fountain here behind us. Powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical spheres. I dare say, the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch of the sport of relaxation when I come here. You look like you could do with a stretchers. It's just... It's not their fault because they were given the wrong information about how it's not their fault. That's the spirit. Feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. There's not too much to ask. It's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from. You will all be still my quivering whiskers. Runaway is now accompanying you. Yeah, it's not one of them moments again. Oh, there you are. Okay, Ronald, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac. There was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hyden gave us our first task. Furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounded impressive, I suppose in some respect it is. But it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hyden shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. Anyway, let's keep going. Interesting. This may come to as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which went operational until hundreds of years later, and then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetherus, Alekin's ship, I think. We thought maybe some new and nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I couldn't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. So they knew about... Oh. So even they were worried about Dalamud when it was launched up by the Alligans, which held Bahamut. It would have been really bad if Bahamut would have well, he got free, but if he would have just turned his attack and aimed right at the moon, it would have been a really bad time then. Hey, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive creature. Yeah, what are those? It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun. Or do so better, even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation to it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is it's not their fault. It's like I said, they were just given the wrong information and just not the real tools to do it. Like I said, if Sid was here, he'd be losing his mind every second. What I understand is like, why is Sid here? There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Alright. The propulsion system and habitative facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago. With that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Etu. Why not go and visit? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited? For evil ends, the result could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseech her to find people on Ezra's we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited. Hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short time. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens, and a means to travel here to the moon. We certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like Greatest Endsville. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it wasn't just a walk through the forest, but... I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it means a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Rolling away, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is that about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency briefing shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you... We won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking around the barrel. Now come along, Growing Way. Before you arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything? I've learned that apparently they don't know what trees and forests are. 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I could certainly understand their restlessness. Still, it remains to be seen that the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these contributors are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. But faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. I think I just realized what the forum's true purpose is. What Charlian's true purpose is. They're the ones that are supposed to usher in. I bet you they're the ones that's supposed to convince the world to go to the moon. They are the contributors that they keep talking about. Of course, we could accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary if you will excuse me. My big secrets again. That's why everything seems so... That's why they're gathering up... That's why Labyrinthos was gathering so many supplies and stuff. It's like a migration. It's like I said, it's like they're trying to migrate everything from one place to another. And it's like, yeah, they're supposed to migrate everyone to the moon. 'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Ithris is indeed crucial, but I'm not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections. And I trust I am not alone in my thank God. We can back to old tricks. It's crazy.